In the tangled depths of the Amazon, a shadow moves. It's a jaguar, the rainforest's apex predator. It stalks the water's edge, not for fish or caiman, but for a titan of a different sort. Submerged and waiting is an anaconda, a serpent of immense size and power. The cat doesn't hesitate. It explodes from the undergrowth, a blur of rosettes and fury, and plunges into the river. Jaws that can crush skulls clamp down on the serpent, and the water erupts in a chaotic thrash of coils and claws. This isn't just a hunt, it's a war between two of the jungle's most formidable rulers, a savage ballet where the slightest mistake means death. In the wild, there are no rules. It's a constant, brutal fight for survival where only the strongest, smartest, and sometimes the luckiest come out on top. Every single day, vicious battles unfold, hidden from our eyes. But sometimes, a camera is there to capture the raw, untamed reality. We've gathered some of the most incredible footage of snakes battling their fiercest rivals. From the lightning-fast strikes of a mongoose to the overwhelming power of a jaguar, these are the most savage snake battles ever caught on camera. Let's start with a classic, an ancient rivalry written into the laws of nature, the mongoose versus the cobra. On one side, you have the Indian cobra, a serpent that can stand 5 feet tall and deliver venom potent enough to kill an elephant. On the other, the Indian gray mongoose, a small, furry mammal that looks deceptively harmless. But don't be fooled, this is one of nature's most skilled assassins. The cobra rears up, flaring its iconic hood in a threat display that sends most creatures running. But the mongoose isn't most creatures. It circles the snake, a blur of motion darting at speeds up to 20 miles per hour. These aren't random movements, they're calculated feints, designed to test the cobra's reactions and wear it down. The snake strikes, again and again, its fangs flashing a death sentence. But the mongoose dances away from each lunge, its reflexes sharpened by generations of this exact fight. The mongoose's key to success isn't just speed, it has a biological superpower. It possesses a remarkable resistance to the cobra's neurotoxins, thanks to specialized receptors that prevent the venom from shutting down its respiratory system. Studies published in journals like Toxicon have shown that the mongoose's nicotinic acetylcholine receptors have mutated in ways that make cobra neurotoxins far less effective, essentially making them partially venom-resistant by design. It would take multiple successful bites to kill a mongoose. The cobra only needs to make one mistake. After tiring the snake, the mongoose sees its chance. It darts in, clamping its powerful jaws on the back of the cobra's head and crushing its skull with a single, decisive bite. In 75 to 80% of these showdowns, the mongoose walks away the winner, proving that in the wild, size is no match for speed and specialization. From the ground to the sky, the war on snakes continues. Now for a battle that completely changes the terrain of the fight. The eagle versus the snake. An eagle is a master of the air, with eyesight so sharp it can spot prey from miles away and talons that act like grappling hooks, designed to pierce and kill. A snake slithering below is perfectly adapted to its home turf. On the ground, it's powerful and deadly, but the eagle knows this. It refuses to engage the snake on its own terms. Instead, it uses its greatest weapon, the sky. From a soaring height, the eagle folds its wings and dives, reaching breathtaking speeds. The snake often has no idea the attack is coming. Before it can even coil to strike, the eagle's talons slam into its body, puncturing its scales. The eagle's strategy is to lift the snake from its element. Once airborne, the snake is helpless. It has no ground to push against, no leverage, no balance. It might writhe and even try to bite, and a venomous snake could still kill its captor, but fighting in midair is a losing game. The eagle simply carries its prey to a high perch or its nest, where the battle is already over. It's a masterclass in strategy, proving that winning a fight is often about choosing the right battlefield. But while the eagle dominates from the skies, deep in the flooded forests of the Amazon, A very different kind of war is waged, one where muscle meets muscle, and predators battle as equals. In 75 to 80% of these showdowns, the mongoose walks away the winner, proving that in the wild, size is no match for speed and specialization. Now we return to the Amazon, for that epic clash between the jaguar and the anaconda. This isn't just predator versus prey. It's a battle between two apex predators locked in a rare and deadly confrontation. Anacondas are among the world's largest snakes, ambush hunters that kill by constriction, wrapping their muscular bodies around a victim until its heart stops. Jaguars, however, are the kings of this jungle, pound for pound one of the strongest big cats, with a bite force that can shatter bone. While a jaguar is a land-based hunter, it's also a powerful swimmer, completely at home in the anaconda's aquatic domain. Incredible footage shows these cats actively hunting anacondas in the water. The jaguar's strategy is a blend of overwhelming force and deadly precision. It aims for the head or neck, using its powerful jaws to deliver a killing bite before the snake can deploy its main weapon, constriction. But it's never a guaranteed win. If a large anaconda manages to wrap a coil around the jaguar, the fight can turn in an instant. The sheer pressure can suffocate the cat or cause devastating internal injuries. The outcome often hinges on who gets the first effective strike. On land, the jaguar's agility gives it a clear edge. In the water, the odds shift slightly in the snake's favor. This savage confrontation is a testament to the brutal power dynamics of the Amazon, where even the deadliest predators aren't safe from each other. Deep in the forests of Southeast Asia, two ancient reptiles face off in a rare and brutal encounter. On one side, the King Cobra, the world's longest venomous snake, a silent assassin that preys on other snakes. On the other, the monitor lizard, a heavily armored scavenger with powerful jaws and a tail like a whip. The cobra spots its rival near a nest. It rises, flaring its hood, hissing a clear warning. But the monitor doesn't flinch. It stands its ground. Suddenly, the snake strikes fast, precise, aiming for soft flesh beneath the limb. Fangs sink deep, injecting neurotoxic venom. The monitor thrashes violently, biting back with crushing jaws. It's a vicious standoff, muscle versus venom. If the lizard lands a solid hit, it can crush the cobra's skull. But when the King Cobra strikes first and true, the venom does the rest. Within minutes, paralysis sets in. These encounters are rare but real. Footage from the wild shows King Cobras launching surprise attacks, often killing monitor lizards with a single, well-placed bite. In the jungle, even armored predators fall when the king strikes from the shadows. The battlefield isn't always in the deep wilderness. Sometimes, it's right in our own backyards. In the United States, an estimated 150,000 dogs and cats are bitten by venomous snakes each year. This leads us to a battle that is both savage and deeply personal: the pet dog versus the rattlesnake. Dogs, with their curious and fiercely loyal nature, often put themselves between their human families and any perceived danger. When a rattlesnake enters a yard, it's usually looking for a place to hide or sunbathe, not for a fight. Most snake bites are defensive. A dog, however, sees the snake as an intruder to be confronted. It's a clash of instinct versus instinct. The rattlesnake gives its famous warning, a sound meant to ward off threats. But a dog may not understand this signal, or its protective drive simply overrides its fear. It will bark, lunge, and try to attack the snake. The rattlesnake, feeling cornered, strikes with incredible speed. It delivers a cocktail of hemotoxic and neurotoxic venom that can cause severe swelling, tissue damage, and internal bleeding. There are countless stories of dogs taking bites meant for their owners, like a golden retriever in Arizona that shielded its human from a rattlesnake and survived only after intensive care. With immediate veterinary treatment, the survival rate for dogs is around 80%, but it's always a painful and terrifying ordeal. This battle is a tragic reminder of the conflicts that arise when the wild world and our domestic world collide. And for our final showdown, we have an animal that's become a living legend of pure grit, an animal that simply does not know how to lose. This is the honey badger, and it's picked a fight with a puff adder, one of Africa's most dangerous snakes. Honey badgers are always on the hunt, and venomous snakes are a favorite on the menu. So, what makes the honey badger so formidable? It's a walking fortress. It has incredibly thick, rubbery skin, about 1/4 of an inch thick around the neck, that's so tough and loose a snake's fangs often can't even get through it. Even if a predator bites down, the badger can turn around inside its own skin and viciously bite back. Its jaws are strong enough to crush a tortoise's shell. But its most famous trait is its insane resistance to venom. While not totally immune, a honey badger can survive a dose that would be fatal to most other animals, including us. Scientists believe mutations in its nerve receptors prevent neurotoxins from paralyzing its breathing muscles. A 2015 study published in Toxicon revealed that honey badgers, like mongooses, possess modified acetylcholine receptors, allowing them to survive high doses of neurotoxic venom. In a fight with a puff adder, the honey badger doesn't bother with agility like a mongoose. It uses pure, relentless, brute force. It barrels in, biting and clawing without a moment's hesitation. The puff adder will strike, and its fangs may hit their mark. The venom might even be powerful enough to knock the honey badger out for a couple of hours. But then, astonishingly, the badger often just gets up, shakes it off, and goes back to finish its meal. This creature is the embodiment of sheer willpower and unstoppable force that proves in the savage theater of the wild, attitude can conquer even the deadliest poisons. Nature doesn't care about fairness or fame. Whether it's speed, armor, venom, or sheer stubbornness, every creature has its strategy for survival. In this wild world, there are no underdogs, only survivors. If these wild showdowns amazed you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more jaw-dropping wildlife battles.